And I forgot to do the 30-second countdown because Gap put in the chat, start the show already. And I was just like, okay, fine, I'll hit start. Wait, shoot, I forgot to do that. Yeah. So
we're already live.
Yeah, we're already live. I didn't do the countdown. Yes, I forgot to do the fucking countdown because Gap rushed me.
Countdown's pointless anyway.
Blame Gap. All right,
No one needs
so
to countdown.
All right, Dandelion, I am putting the link in the chat for you, and for Gab if he wants to come up. But I will be deleting it once you guys do.
Yeah, that's the code I use. Sorry, girl. That's the code I use to get on here. Don't know why it's not working for you.
So
because you dyslexia.
What birthday boy?
I said because you dyslexia.
Probably, but I'm like, I read it twice before it sent.
The code you sent was YRY, not RYR.
I did just tell you, you dyslexia.
Yeah, you dyslexified it.
Yeah,
but I mean,
sorry.
I have no guessing what the dyslexification is.
Sorry, my disability again.
Yay!
All right, so if Gap wants to come up, the code is there. I'll delete it in another few minutes or a few seconds because I can only have 6 on the panel because I'm a cheap son of a bitch and don't pay for StreamYards.
Can I start with the funnest story of the whole week? That was
go ahead.
But fun. The shoes thing. Did you guys hear about the shoes thing?
No, I did not hear about the shoes thing.
So apparently, Trump wears those like black.
Oh yes, the multiple shoes.
And anyway, so apparently he's got like a ton of them, like in a room there. And when he meets people and his cabinet members, he guesses their shoe size and then gives them a pair. And all of his cabinet members feel obligated to wear the shoes, but they all Marco Rubio in particular looked like a wee laddie stomping around in his big old pappy's shoes. Like
clown shoes.
Between his like it looks like a giant shoe around an itty bitty.
Jesus.
It was so good. The funny thing is there's like so many possible solutions for that. Like just be a man.
Newspaper.
Go buy a fucking pair of those $150 shoes that are the right size.
Wait, what was your first
I know,
solution to that?
Grow a set. But
Okay. Well, let's just take stock of the people we're talking about here.
Yeah, I know. But I just think that's was my favorite Trump dementia moment of the week. I'm gonna try and find one every week to bring to this show. But I just thought that was just so freaking hilarious.
Oh, I'm guessing you haven't seen the webcomic Donnie Dementia or Dementia Donnie?
I'm not sure. I do like the site that reads Trump's speeches, but without Trump. So somebody just reads the words, and it sounds crazy.
So sticking with the acronyms, every PSP needs to have a TDM, Trump Dementia Minute.
I don't know, man, but I just thought
I'll be back. I got a phone call.
I just loved that story. I thought it was just so fucking funny, especially the photo of Marco Rubio. I'll see if I can find a photo of it, and then I'll link it up here or something.
Well, since you're not going to be on the next stream, Chris, Gap wants to know how is your move, and he wants you to know you sound like you're in a can.
Oh, brother, we're out there.
I am on Bluetooth right now. I'm on my phone because we're unpacking and stuff, so we're there. But it went fine, and it's still going fine because when you move, it doesn't just end at the move because everything's in boxes. So now you have to unpack it. So it's like everything else in life. It's like, okay, that's done. And then you're like, no, it isn't. It's got the extra part that they don't like any better. Okay. Anyways, I'm
gonna stick it in. I'll put the link in the private chat, and then people can go and look if they want.
No, I thought this was like one of his other denials about putting lifts in his shoes, even though
no, it's not even.
No,
because the Marco Rubio photo is it's too good.
Because,
because I
Yeah,
think I
I
know
just
where
put
it
the
is.
link. I put the link in the private chat. I'm gonna put it in
Yeah,
the regular
okay.
chat too.
Okay.
because he
It's a
leans
CNN
forward so
article with a
much,
photo.
and I still don't know why he leans forward like that.
It's dimensioning. Apparently, it's a
But
dimensioning.
someone was doing like every news photo where he's leaning forward like that and was like measuring his ankle. Because as you know, most people we lost LDG and we lost Chris for a second.
LDG
Oh,
had
yeah.
a phone call. Chris is there.
Anyway, I put the link if people want, or I can do a can I do a share? Let's see here. Share. Let's gonna see if the giant ad is gone yet. No, it's still a fucking giant. Oh no, there we go.
All right, so basically, if you look at your ankle, you got that big bulge in your ankles. One of your bones sticks out, and you can measure based on someone's supposed height. How you go from the ankle to that bone to the heel,
There we go.
and
Oh, I thought I was sharing. Maybe I'm not.
even giving his supposed height, they were measuring, saying that not much of that. Too much ankle is showing in every single one of those photos. The only explanation would be if he's wearing lifts or if his foot is really deformed for a human being.
Yeah,
I
kind
did
of like
try
me
to
because
share
my
the-
foot
I
is
did try to
deformed.
share the image, but apparently this isn't working the way I expected. Oh, there we go. There
Well,
we
Mike,
go.
it's kind of like me. My foot is deformed because my ankle's on the inside of my feet, not the outside.
Well, look at those shoes. I know it's so like shallow of me to like laugh about that, but they're like hideous shoes as it is. They're all wearing the exact same shoes, and like there's a photo of them all wearing the exact same shoes, and not a one of them looks like it fits properly. It's so bad. Oh my god! But because but honestly, like they cost $150. Just go buy a pair. That's the right size.
Yeah, it's not like he's going to know different.
You don't know. He probably
Unless he has a tag on it somewhere that you don't know.
Apparently his eyesight is atrocious. He probably wouldn't be able to tell anyway. Like that's why one of the reasons why he's trouble reading the teleprompter and that, because his eyesight's bad and he's too like
No. And Dandelion, you got it completely wrong. That's not why he can't read the teleprompter. It's because he's only okay at reading at kindergarten levels and if it's written in crayon. Let's get it straight.
Dude, it's third grade level, not kindergarten. Okay, he knows how to pronounce an A and an E. Third grade level. Give him some credits.
all right.
Are you
that
sure?
Was
Have you seen how he talks?
That
Go
was
Feffy, come on.
my favorite political nonsense of the week. How's that?
Okay.
I'll try and bring a political nonsense every week.
Well, let's dive into some
Actual
topics. So
I put one in the chat with the actual link for the document, by the way. It's one of the topics we're talking about.
Are you talking about the no quarter and the rules of war type thing?
Yep.
Okay, I don't know if you subscribe to Legal Eagle. They did a deep dive on that. Basically, to try to prove that anything that was actually done illegally, based on saying that, is very, very hard to prove in court on an international level, let alone on a United States level. So technically, what he said is not illegal. It's just hyperbole. So as much as I disagree with him saying that, I understand, and I understand the rhetoric. It's not illegal.
What is it?
When he said that we're going to show Iran no quarter.
You want to play
Which
the audio
basically
clip from Pete? I have the audio clip right here from Pete if you want me to play it.
If you want. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about now.
All right. If he's got the link, I'll try to share it.
Confused, and we know it. Our response: we will keep pressing, we will keep pushing, keep advancing. No quarter, no mercy for our enemies.
No quarter, illegal order.
Well, that's the thing. That was a press conference. That wasn't something he was sending directly to his commanders or the soldiers on the field. So technically, yeah, it's not. Nothing he said was actually illegal. And I don't want to defend him, but I'm going to go with the legal experts because I don't know enough about the legal field. So that's why I turn to experts. So yeah, as much as I don't I don't agree with him on that note.
As long as if they can't prove that order has been given,
Yeah.
and they can't prove that is what's being done, there's nothing you can do about it. Now, here's the problem, and this is exactly what Mark Kelly and other people were talking about when they talked about illegal orders. I think they also meant when he gets up there and does a press conference. That's on YouTube. That's on CNN. That's everywhere. And anybody who's in the United States military can see that. And you get overzealous people in the military, they're going to see that and they're like, oh, okay. So if somebody comes up and tries to surrender to me, I can just shoot them. And now it's not an order. It's just implied. See, so it's going to be interesting what that does.
Well, to move on to something that actually might be illegal, it is confirmed that the United States is the one that fired the missile that hit the Iranian girls' school and killed over 180 people, including over 50 children. This was confirmed by non-U.S. sources based on satellite images of the actual ship in the ship in the water that fired the missile, because they were able to track it via the satellites. Debris from the missile showing that it was a United States Tomahawk cruise missile, and the fact that we hit it twice, 30 minutes apart. So, of course, the president's response to that was, I don't know what you're talking about. So, as far as I can tell, they're going to ignore it and they're going to deny it. And when I did a deep dive on Twitter, when the announcement was made, it kind of sickened me, because people were like, who are, diehard MAGA, well, who cares if a bunch of Iranian children die? It just means more of them are dead than can hurt us.
You mean they're reframing the quote, expunging future terrorists, right?
Yeah.
Advocating for the killing of kids, yeah.
Again, I would definitely recommend watching the Legal Eagle video about it, because they go into all the legal aspects of this. This might actually be a war crime. It would depend on the intentionality of it. And
but who's going to do anything about it?
I'm going to play devil's advocate on this, Mike. According to the latest news from Pete Kagebreath, they were using old intelligence that the facility, the location, was a military warehouse. This is what Pete said. They're claiming why they struck it. Somebody asked him why they struck it twice. No response. He went on to another subject. This is his response of why they struck it, because they thought they were going off of old military information.
Yes. And that partially, the fact that it was based on, they're saying they're going off of old military data, which the fact that the military data they were going off of is over 10 years old, because that has been a school for over 10 years.
2014.
Means that neglect might be what causes it to be a war crime. And the fact that they hit it twice doesn't mean as much, because it's just, that's military 101. If the target doesn't look like it's fully destroyed, you hit it again.
And to prove that people on the right-hand side are being hypocritical, they always claim, Snopes debunked it. Snopes debunked it. When Snopes debunked this claim, they're going, oh, Snopes is fake news. Snopes debunked this, by the way. Investigative outlet Bellingcat confirmed the images matched down U.S.-made Tomahawk missile fragments used in earlier conflicts. I'm gonna put that link for the Snopes in the public chat so you guys can actually see the actual pictures and shit and their investigation. Because I will look at Snopes, I will look at Reuters, I will look at CNN, I'll look at OAN.
I thought I would explain this to you about how this works. It's just like somebody who believes in flat Earth. You can point out the discrepancies in everything they say, because none of it works together in a whole. But they'll give you individual facts, and when you strike it down, they'll give you another fact. Basically, when it works for them, they'll use it. When it doesn't, they'll move on and they'll say something else.
You've been watching
Yeah.
Tyson lately, haven't you? That's basically what Neil's been saying.
So, and I do accept Snopes as a source because they cite their sources.
Mhm.
They just aggregate the information for you, and I do appreciate that. So, but yeah, the reason
They
it's
corrected
not
me
being
when I was
reported
wrong.
in the U.S. as much is because a lot of these investigations were done by France, Spain, UK, and a source that
Yes,
I'm
our
more
enemies.
increasingly relying on, Al Jazeera News, which is freaking weird.
Apparently, their
Typically,
news
it's one of the. Yeah, exactly. It's one of the best and most reputable in the world.
Well, there is a
considering-
problem with the U.S. coverage of this because of one of the other topics about the pulling licenses for news that's showing bad articles about Iran. That's one of the
Yeah, I
reasons
saw
why.
that too, but I'm not. It's more of they're just saying, well, it's a shame that the licenses are being renewed right now. You might want to start giving positive coverage of the war, but it's not a war.
What was it?
So-
Excursion? Is that what he called it? I think he meant
Oh,
incursion,
God.
but
I think
excursion.
every single person knows that he was told it was an incursion, but
Uh-huh.
because he's a moron, he said excursion.
Yeah, huh? Delightful.
Because
Sounds like you're having a picnic.
yeah, which is of course another headline that I was going to put. It must be a great picnic because we're sending over 2,000 Marines into the area.
2,500
And an
to
amphibious
5,000.
assault group. So yeah, we're probably going to be landing troops soon. Yay!
Ay. Fuck. I don't even know like what to say about this whole thing because, right? Like we're allies of your country, but on the
Mhm.
same token, nobody thinks that he should have done this. Like he made no effort to gain support for this effort.
It's been revealed that his top generals informed him that if he attacks Iran, they will close the Strait of Hormuz. He didn't
Mhm.
believe it. Now he did. And last night, the Iran government said, we are officially opening the Strait of Hormuz. It's open to all countries except the United States, Israel, and their allies. So everybody else can use the strait except the U.S., Israel, and their allies.
Yeah.
Well, and I just want to clarify: when you say we are an ally, are you referring to the UK, Canada, or both?
Both.
Okay. Let me bring LDG back since he just arrived again.
Why?
All right.
Why?
So, and I think it's really funny because there's a running joke online when you say you're representing Canada. You know, because they consider, you know, the whole how many war crimes did Canada commit during World War II and World War I?
Oh, all the war crimes.
Yeah.
That's why that's one of the reasons why they're war crimes is because Canada did shit, and then everyone was like, we don't think people should do that, and Canada's like, fine, okay,
So-
we'll try this instead. And then
So when a country that, you know, inspired about half of the Geneva Convention rules
yeah, no, I know.
says that the United States is not doing the right thing, that kind of should. That's like the school bully telling you need to calm down and stop beating up the nerds.
Facts.
It's like saying, hey, you're at a party, like, dude, you need to leave. You're making JD uncomfortable.
What?
It's like you're at a party, you're saying, hey, you need to leave because you're making JD uncomfortable. That's Canada, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You're too freaky for Epstein. No, I
That's
know.
uncomfortable. He's talking about going back to
Yeah,
his island.
most of the shit in the Geneva Convention is because of shit Canadians did. I know that.
Oh yeah.
That
We
video has
don't- we
been
don't run
false
away
and
from our
confirmed.
history. We're like, yeah, I guess that was kind of a dick move.
And Gap, I actually don't know what you're talking about. The BBNet and the Yahoo.
BB Net.
Okay, there is a video of Benjamin Netanyahu giving a little speech. People saying he has 6 fingers on his hand, which is actually a shadow, not a finger. Then somebody put a close up of his teeth is disappearing. When I saw the video of the fingers, I'm like, okay, yeah, it's a shadow. But I'm starting to question that because the video shows a close up of his face, his teeth are there, they disappear, then they reappear. I was questioning that part. I'm like, okay, that is kind of a little iffy though. But the hand part's been debunked. The only thing that has not been debunked was the missing teeth part.
Okay. I had not heard this. I had not seen this video, so I'm glad someone was able to point it out to me. And I didn't get an explanation. So I appreciate it.
I got the chat open, so
and
I'm
then-
looking here.
He says, I don't see his dumb
Because so, and I want to see if I understand this correctly. To alleviate the gas prices, we are removing sanctions from Russia so Russia can sell their oil on the international market again.
But the
Which-
market's always like the prices aren't set by one country. They're set by
No.
like, the total quantity of oil available for sale.
Correct.
Yes, but the point
No.
of Trump putting sanctions on oil for Russia is because they were using the money to fund their war against Ukraine.
Well, hold on. Let me finish my point. So,
Yeah, sorry, that was the point.
it's
Mega was
estimated
pointing the whole
that
point.
in the
of
next 2 years, this is going to earn Russia around $200 billion, which they said that they're going to put towards their buying food. They say they're going to do it to buying food for their population, but we all know that it's going to go to buying arms for their war in Ukraine. But Russia also gives Iran money in order to fund their military operations. And Iran has also said they're supporting Russia against Ukraine. So some of those arms are probably going to end up in the hands of the Iranians and the Iranian regime that we're not with. I'm not saying the people, because the people seem to be against their own regime.
like this country. And the country is split in Iran. People are protesting for and against the country, just like America. People are split.
So, and of course, Iran is propping up the Houthis in Yemen, which is possibly going to be closing that area of the Red Sea, meaning the Suez Canal is going to be useless. Meaning everything. More costs are going to go up, because if you got to travel an extra 18 days to travel around Africa, goods and services are going to go up everywhere. So a possible nickel amount of relief for the amount of oil coming up or coming into the market from Russia means that our enemy is going to get more ammunition to use against our troops that we're sending there. And we're only going to save about a nickel's worth of gasoline prices.
Why won't they be able to use the Suez Canal story? I missed that part.
Okay. The Houthis are backed by Iran.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, okay.
And Mrs. Viles in the chat, just letting you know. How you doing, babe?
Cardenas.
Good
So
morning.
the Houthis are backed by Iran. They have they can control that area of the Persian Gulf.
Gotcha.
So there's the two main waterways on either side of the Arabian Peninsula. Iran can control one. The Houthis can control the other one. And yeah, that's gonna. So many goods and things are. Sorry, I saw Captain NKG, so let me bring him up.
Captain.
That means everything's going to go up. Yeah. So pay attention to the prices of everything, because everything will be going up. In fact, one of the things I noticed most recently was I do a lot of shopping at Dollar Tree because they're mostly cheap. Do you know the items that have increased the most in the last year at Dollar Tree?
Nope.
American-made food products.
Oh.
Everything else has increased about 25%. American-made food products have increased 50%.
Well, it's probably because of the tariffs on all the inputs.
Probably, but it's amazing that it's the American-made foods that have gone up the most.
Yeah.
And it's because it doesn't matter if your stuff is American-made, it's relying on international markets to get that stuff, all their ingredients, all their machinery, everything. So yeah, it's
I don't know, man. I picked like the best time ever to buy a plug-in hybrid because gas here, I just saw it at like $1.94 a liter here yesterday, which is like up almost 50 cents. It's up about 50 cents since the beginning of the month, which is like
$6 here.
It's increased by 25% in a month, basically.
$5 a gallon on average here in San Diego.
Yeah,
it's about $6 here. That sucks. What's it in Kansas? I mean Missouri.
I think Chris is muted. He might not be there.
Well, I can tell you this much from the Vegas Valley. You know, we're also it's definitely we're seeing the California-like prices, or at least start to creep in. So
We're
Well,
go ahead, Chris.
in the Midwest. We're at about 330, and we were at 230 about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, so yours has gone up by like a third. Mine's gone up by like about a quarter.
Yeah, we had just hit under $4 a gallon, and then of course this happens, and we're shooting up to $5.
I'm so glad I can go 2 months between fills.
Daniel, and
So,
because of my jobs, I have to fill up my gas tank at least once a week.
Yeah,
I'm glad I take the bus for free. I got a free bus pass for life.
The big thing here is that, you know, and hopefully they'll see it before midterms comes along. You got a guy who the only thing he really had to hold on to, saying that he was dropping prices, was gas. It's the only thing that you can point to. And now he's blown that up, and he's basically cost us now about $30 billion.
Yeah,
and for what?
What was the elections in the midterms?
Well, I don't know. You say that. I don't know that. Unless they get the SAVE Act passed. That was one way that they were hoping to do it, and they knew they needed to do that. I don't know if that's going to happen. Now, the other thing is that when you look at that, I mean, this is exponential. And while technically most of the wars in the past, or military actions in the past 30, 40 years, have not been for anything really that we've gained from it. The question is that what is the point? We're not getting anything from it. I mean, like, at least the Iraq War, we did get a better deal on drilling for oil and things like that. We got some of that, we got some quote unquote benefit for a certain amount of time. Now, what are we going to get out of this? I mean, again, we kill the leader. His son gets put in place. If we kill him, they'll put another one like that in place. They're not going away. They're going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And he talks about getting in and out. It's not going to happen.
Chris, what we are gaining from this conflict in Iran is a stronger relationship with Israel. That's what the U.S. government is doing. Didn't you realize this?
I'd be glad to go over there, and if Iran's willing to have me, I'll be their new Ayatollah. I'll set them straight. Let me lead Iran and put them back on a track to make
no alcohol, no weed. You can't have alcohol and weed, dude.
I was gonna say, I did hear one interesting idea that
he would change that.
He actually did want gas prices to go up so that it would make his Venezuela excursion or more profitable.
Well, even then,
yeah, again,
one of the things I saw literally this morning as I was putting out the social media links for the stream, the oil tankers that we took from Venezuela, because they're mostly just sitting there right now, are costing the U.S. taxpayer about $2 million a day just to sit there. And that's how many oil tankers was it? Was it 3 or 4?
4.
4. So that's $8 million a day that is costing the U.S. taxpayer just for that oil to sit there. And as of right now, it's doing nothing for the economy.
I thought we already sold that.
We sold it, but you got to get it. You can't just, send it out right now because of the controversy around it. So it's costing us money for those tankers to sit there. And what's even funnier is we had to refuel those tankers twice.
It really is gonna like completely destroy your country. Like the bankruptcies of every business he's ever had is gonna like pale in comparison to the bankruptcy of your entire nation.
And I pointed this out to other Trump supporting MAGA friends of mine that my business as SD GameSwap, which does not sponsor this stream, to make that clear.
No. We have exclusive sponsorship. We had to negotiate that deal.
But my business has lasted longer than any business Trump has run.
Except for the real estate side.
Well, actually, yes, because most of the real estate that he has, not including Mar-a-Lago, because remember, he classifies that as a residential, not as a actual business.
Actually, it's a club.
Yeah, but he also tries to get it under residential tax codes.
Okay. Just to answer that, because I'm always put on the spot when I say things like that and get my ass torn apart. How much does it actually cost to keep your business running if you're making $0?
What do you mean?
How much in the red? How much in the red? If your profit was 0, how much in the red are you?
You're saying your business lasted forever, and I appreciate
if your profit was 0.
Trying to say that it matters.
There's a
how
difference
much
between my gross income and my net income. My gross income is around $10,000 a year. My net income is 0.
Elihu, if you steal another comment, and I'm trying to make a point here. How much does it cost to run your business?
If you want to put it that way, let me do the math real quick. Hold on.
That was the original way.
Sorry.
Hold on.
You usually ask questions a different way.
You're
saying it
about $8,500 per year.
It costs you $8,500 to keep your business running.
Yes.
A year, and have you been in a positive every single year for as long as you say you've been longer than Trump?
My net has not been, but my gross has been.
Well, your net's the most important part.
Yes, but I intentionally keep my net at 0, so I pay as few taxes as possible.
Exactly. That's the rules of business. But no.
Okay.
But here's the thing. Go ahead.
So your business has stayed longer, but it isn't successful. So I'd rather have a business that's successful for 2 years and then goes bankrupt on the 3rd than have a business for 50 years that does 0 income.
Well, remember the point of my business is not necessarily to make money; it's to offset my cost as an individual.
What he's saying is his metric for success may not be the metric of success for another business.
Yes,
and that's very true. Now, here's the thing, though: Trump, and I'll just say this in a way, has had his real estate business for over 50 years. It has changed names, it has changed CEOs, it's changed other things like that, but the business itself has been around for about 50 years. So, I mean, that's the only thing he's ever had, and that wasn't even something he built. He just kind of does its own thing and persists.
He's also been circumventing real estate taxes because there's a building he owns in San Francisco, which he allegedly owes $220 million in taxes, which one of the candidates is trying to fight him for that. Somebody's running for governor.
And also, didn't he have to get like a loan from Russia in order to like float his business?
I thought that was Ivanka with her patents.
I thought the patents were in China.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. That's right. Sorry.
China has patents.
And no, the loan from Russia was his marriage.
Ouch.
So, all right. And then the last thing we'll talk about was the fact that despite everything and despite the money we're spending, apparently there's not enough money to go into funding any investigation or indictments for the people mentioned in the Epstein files. Or as Jimmy Kimmel keeps saying, the Trump Epstein files.
Yeah.
And that part is
no money.
very, very confusing to me that, we suddenly don't have enough money for the DOJ to do any investigations when we're spending money, hand over foot.
Yep.
Oh, no one has any comments on that one?
What can we say?
That part of it, though, you have to understand the pool of money that goes to military actions or all that is the Mary Poppins, Hermione Granger bag that is never ending. That's the pot for war or all that stuff comes from there. The pot for justice and to find out or prosecute people for that comes from a little honey jar that they keep in the White House kitchen behind some mayo in the refrigerator.
Well, they seem to have plenty of money to do investigations on, any Joe Schmo with brown skin who may or may not have a active visa. I mean, that part is kind of amazing, especially when I see it here in San Diego.
Pot too. That's a different pot too.
I don't know. We need a definite major budget overhaul.
Yeah.
We need immigration reform. We need healthcare reform.
Wait. Time. Budget.
No,
What?
We need our budget needs to be
Wait,
severely.
What's a budget? You think this
We don't have one in this country, dude.
You think they have a budget?
We need to
Certain
centralize.
people have the checkbook. See, certain people have the checkbook, and it's blank. Other people get like $1 allowance every week.
We need to get the Americans paid the money they deserve to make through some kind of commercialized universal basic income.
That's why
Yeah, I
California,
would
West
agree
San
with you
Francisco has a higher minimum wage than the state of California, cost the cost of living.
I mean, when a bum can simply point a camera at himself and make like $1,000 off YouTube a month, like this is ridiculous.
Well, I'm a bum, and I point a camera at myself, proverbially speaking. I don't make $1,000 a month on YouTube.
You're not doing bum things.
Or, I mean, if you switched sides, you'd probably make tons of money.
You got a guy who literally hops trains and stows away on trains, and the guy makes more money than all of us.
It's funny you should say that because there's a taco truck that sells near one of my stores, and like a roach coach type thing. And
Interesting
they
turn of
told
phrase.
me that some of their best customers are the homeless crowd around that particular Walmart, and it's because those guys will panhandle along the streets. Then they'll come to them for food because they can get a hot meal.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
You ever heard the term roach coach before, dude? That's old.
Of course, I've heard of the term roach
No,
coach. It's funny.
LDG.
What?
You never heard of the term roach coach?
No. And if you were to tell me what a roach coach was, I don't think I'd say it's a food truck.
Oh, it's old vernacular.
Yeah.
That is what it's one of the knockoff names for food truck. It's always been like that.
Yeah.
Who the fuck wants to eat at a place called the Roach Coach? You know what? I take that
It's
back.
a blue collar
I
thing,
take that back.
like steel workers and
I take
factory
that
workers.
back.
They just called it that.
Yeah, LDG. When I worked construction, we all called the food trucks that came by our construction sites around lunchtime. We all called them roach coaches, but it was always the best
roach
fucking
coach
food
coming
you'll
up?
ever eat.
Yeah, come on. Where's the roach coach? I'm hungry. Yeah.
You never wanted to buy a drink from them because the drinks were outrageously priced, but their food was fucking perfectly priced and it was delicious as all fuck.
All hot, all freshly made. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can get the free sandwiches, but still, you want the freshly made sandwich right then and there.
Are they grass fed roaches or?
No,
What's the
that's
next
what he
topic,
said, Rich.
Mike?
Actually roach infested at all. They're just
Yeah.
So back in the 60s and stuff, like before food like inspections were happening, they got away with a lot of stuff. And that would be the reason why they got that name, because they would have tons of them. And then, of course, food regulations got put into place. They started having to pass the same inspections that everybody else had to pass. And so the name stuck. So that's how it is.
Hey guys, I know it's not politics, but I have a Firefly news for you.
Wait till the next stream.
Yeah, next stream. We've all heard that. We were all excited to share that one.
So
Yeah, I just found out. I just read it right now. I'm reading it right now. So
You're late to the party. I heard about that like days ago.
no, what the actual announcement's going to be? What's
the actual
going to happen?
announcement was supposed to be today.
Yeah, it just came in a few minutes ago.
Nice.
So yeah, definitely save that for the next stream because it's literally in with the title, dude.
Okay. Okay. I just got the news. I'm reading it right now.
I know it's exciting. It's hard to not get overexcited about it. Well, hopefully, anyway.
Okay. What was the other your last topic?
That was it. We actually hit all 4 topics today.
Ooh,
How
look at
is
us
that
go.
possible?
I don't know.
No bonus topic.
I think we're all just so
bonus
worn
topic.
out. We're like, I can only talk about each topic so much.
Okay. Can I bring up something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Have you guys heard about Trump's latest fundraising email?
Oh, fuck. The one where he's like profiting off the deaths of the fallen soldiers. Class
Yeah,
A.
it's supposed to be a donation for inside scoop and private national security briefings. You get to pay to hear national security briefings. This is his little latest grift.
I like especially that he was wearing his extremely respectful merch at the honorable transfer.
Okay.
And you saw the wet crotch, right?
Now, I'm going to say this as someone who is not in the military, but whose parents were. I honestly don't care that the president was wearing a baseball cap during the ceremony. The what's it called?
I just think it shouldn't have been his merch. Like if he wanted to wear a hat,
that's the issue I have.
his eyes, sure, but I
would honestly feel disgusted if if a president wore my merch.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think, maybe don't wear the merch to the thingy. Like I understand bright sun, I'd be totally screwed out there. Like I mean, if it's not sunny, I can't go outside without sunglasses. So like I understand you need to shade your eyes from the sun, especially with proclivity to stare at the sun, but
But fortunately, we do have 2 military members on our panel right now. So you guys tell us how you felt about him wearing a branded hat during that ceremony.
I'm an atheist. I still remove my hat when I walk into a church.
You're not one of our military members, though, Elihu. I think Captain MKG and Chris Knight are.
I'm a son of a bitch.
Yeah, Captain doesn't.
What was your question?
I've never heard that before.
What was your question?
Captain, you weren't in the military?
Chris,
despite my appearance, no, I've never been in the military.
Oh, I thought you were. I apologize. So,
Chris was a squid.
Okay.
So, how do you feel about Trump wearing his branded merchandise baseball hat during the soldier ceremony about the dead soldiers?
Honorable transfer.
Honorable. Thank you. I could. It was on the tip of my tongue. I just couldn't remember it.
That's okay.
I don't approve of it, but as anybody who's been there, like my father, anybody I've ever known who served, it basically will say, you may not agree with it, but you also fought to give people the right to do it, even if it is the president. I think he shouldn't. I don't think it's appropriate. They can come up if it's a problem like Dan Line said of the sun or something, they can come up with something to fix that problem. It's the United States government. I mean, they can put them in under a tent. They can do all sorts of stuff. I don't know if he wants to go under a tent after what happened to Charlie Kirk. So, anyways, they but he is a U.S. citizen, so therefore he has the freedom to do whatever the hell he wants, like that.
Like
Now,
wear a tan suit.
It is totally disrespectful. Yes, but it's disrespectful. But then again, there are tons of people that are disrespectful. I've always called them out for all the veterans who voted for him, because I'm like, how can you vote for somebody who says the people who get captured or prisoners of war are losers, or the people who die during war are losers? How can you follow, or how can you even vote for a guy who says that? There are plenty of people who have been injured, killed, captured for any one of a number of reasons. And you know, they did it and then fighting for this country. And anybody who does that has more balls and scruples than this president has ever thought about having in his life. So the fact that he does that, and then he touts and says that we have the best military in the world, he doesn't believe that. He uses the military just like he uses everybody else. And that is, when I need something from you, you're the best thing ever. When I don't, you are trash. And you know, but that's where we're at. We're there.
But then not
and the only thing that we can do about it is vote out enough people. And again, I don't necessarily say you should vote for one side or the other. In this case, you might as well vote Democrat and get the whole House and the Senate switched over and see if we can get his ass out.
I got a follow-up question for you then, Chris. So after he wore the hat, whatever, again, I'm not going to get super bent, but I do think he shouldn't have worn a merch hat. He then took the image of him wearing the merch hat with the coffin draped body in front of him, used that image in a fundraising email. How do you feel about that?
How do I feel about it? Again, I told you, I don't agree with anything this idiot does. And I think it's disrespectful. It's absolutely trash. Again, there are rednecks that live out in the middle of whatever name freaking state who have no teeth, who live in cabins in the woods and have very little interaction with reality or the world, who have more sense than this idiot does. Again, it's not, here's the thing. I don't even necessarily care that he uses every moment in his presidency to gain money. I really, you know what, fine. Entrepreneurship, great, perfect. Do it with some class. Just do it with some class. I feel like I'm watching I feel like I'm watching a trailer trash idiot on Cox. That guy that's always there holding the beer and the camera, he's not the one that's actually getting taken in and arrested, but he's the guy saying, yeah, Bobby's over there. You got to go get him. And oh, hey, is that camera on? Oh, hey, Mom, how you doing? You know, that guy. It's like every moment that he has, it reminds me of my high school principal. Every second that anything could have gotten the news to our high school, she wanted the news there, and she wanted her face in front of the news. And it's disrespectful, and I literally don't watch it. What's funny is during the first Trump presidency, I watched news all the time. Granted, yes, we were going through the fucking bunny disease, but this time I just don't want to see it. I'm like, people should have known this was going to happen.
Well,
and all the people who voted for him, but all the people who voted for him that are saying, well, I don't agree with that. I didn't think he would do that. I'm like, well, you're just as much of a freaking idiot as he is. No, I don't approve of any of it. But as an American citizen, he has a right to do that.
The hell?
Oh, this was another depressing.
On a much funner note, tonight, guys,
yeah,
at 7:00
nice.
Central Time, we will be going live. It'll just be games. I'm not gonna.
Back.
Yeah, I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be digging up all the news stuff tonight or anything like that. I've got too much stuff to do still, so it'll be just games and having fun tonight.
No toys.
No, unless you guys want to bring them yourself and share them, and we can show them.
I snuck into the storage room and took some pictures of some toys that Mike is selling. Jeez.
Okay, so fine. Then you can show them today.
Okay, I'll send you a couple.
No. You'll just have to share your screen, and we'll have to do it that way.
Okay.
We're doing it.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. Anyways, guys,
do it live.
I'll get that out in the chat later, just so you see it. But yeah.
Before we end, Captain, you joined us today. Did you have something in particular you wanted to mention before we leave? I know we have to leave soon, but
yeah.
Yes, I don't know if it was approached or talked about, but how long do we think before, we might run into a potential draft?
Honestly, I don't think it's going to happen unless we have severe casualties in Iran.
Yeah.
Mostly because we have over 200,000 active military personnel, active military personnel available. And judging by the amounts of casualties we've had, fighting in the Middle East for the last 30 years, it's probably not going to happen. Judging by that alone.
Well, I can tell you the exact reason why it won't happen.
Oh, it'd be a complete uprising.
What?
I think there'd be an uprising.
No. Simple politics. In order to instate the draft, you must declare war. If they declare war, they have to go through Congress. He is doing everything he can to not go to Congress to declare war. He said that's why they use these military actions, incursions, all these buzzwords that keep it from being a war. And yet, at the same time, you have Pete Hegseth who calls it a war, which again is
Pete Cake Breath.
Don't get me started.
Right.
Don't get me started. Anyways, until he doesn't want that, he doesn't want to go to Congress at all. So they will not do that. It has to pass through Congress. The act of the draft was taken out by Congress. It has to be reenacted by Congress. And then, yes, you have selective service, you have all the names and all that, but the amount of time that it would be to be able to set up the system to draft properly the way the old draft system used to work. By that time, according to Trump, again, it would be way past the time of the Iran conflict, because he says we're going to be done in 4 weeks. So anything he does that ever gets to that point would be totally, he have failed, and he will never admit
an admission of failure. Right, that's true. He's not one for admitting failure.
I do want to say that's the whole title of this particular stream was, the war will end when he feels it in his bones. There is no time.
Yeah.
No, he feels it in his
what I'm saying is I am bringing
I was
up.
going to say that.
Yeah. But I'm bringing up what he originally said. I understand that. Again, everything he says is bullshit, because he'll say one thing and then he'll shit out another answer 2 minutes later.
Okay, hey guys, I got a Geologia. I'll see you on the CNA stream.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Later.
Boy.
All right. And I will say, because you're not going to be here for the next stream, Chris, I found this kind of funny. Apparently, I just got the notification from YouTube that Steve went live last night.
Yep.
Oh,
That
also,
sounds
I
about right.
would also like to say, since you won't be on the next stream, happy birthday, Chris.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I think Elihu's photo that he posted in the chat was funny as all hell, because I don't look like me.
Yeah, none of us look like us.
Where was it?
Look in the weekly wrap-up chat.
Oh, I have to look it up. Okay, I will. All right, guys, I'm going to jump.
All right. Happy birthday,
guys.
Chris.
I'll see you on the other one.
All right.
Happy birthday,
I'll see you
Chris.
guys on
Good
the
to see
next
you,
stream.
Captain.
Thank you.
All right. See you guys.
I'll see you guys tonight.
Yeah.